Hello and welcome to Kizuna's first ever commencement event. First and foremost, congratulations to the class of 2020. You did it! You graduated! Give yourselves a pat on the back. I know that this is no small feat. It took hours of hard work, late night studying, early morning classes, passing tests. Maybe you were also part of a club, played a sport, maybe an instrument. All of that is an incredible amount of effort. And it's supposed to be rewarded by walking across the stage, receiving your diploma, moving your tassel from one side to the other, and celebrating with friends and loved ones. Unfortunately, we're not able to do that today, and there's so much uncertainty in the future. I'm sure it's incredibly overwhelming. And I can empathize because when I was graduating, it was also during an uncertain time for this country. It was during the last economic recession. Now, that time completely paled in comparison. But what I can tell you is that my friends and I were overwhelmed by the prospect of not being able to find a job or maybe not being able to keep it. We weren't sure how we were going to be able to pursue our passions. But now what I can tell you is that 10 years later, I left my hometown in the Chicago suburbs, resettled here in Los Angeles, fell in love with the Little Tokyo community, and I'm so proud to be sitting here with you today. While my path was completely uncertain, for me, what I am certain of for each of you is that you are going to make enormous changes in the communities that you choose to be a part of. I know this because you are educated, you are empowered, and you are engaged community members. And I've already seen the ways that you are leading the communities that you are a part of. You've chosen to be presidents or part of the leadership teams for your clubs, or created some when there weren't clubs that suited your interests. Not everybody is able to do that. It's hard work, and you did it all. That is why we are so happy to be celebrating you here with the Kizuna Commencement. We wanted to say a special thank you to Megan Miyamoto, Nicole Oshima, and Garrett Chun for representing our high school and college senior graduating classes, and also to Sean Miura for speaking as our keynote today. Thank you so much to all of you for participating in Kizuna's first ever commencement. Congratulations again, and enjoy the program.
Hello, class of 2020. My name is Julian Avanilia, and I am an intern at Kizuna as well as a fellow class of 2020 graduate. I'm so excited to celebrate with you all today, and we hope you enjoy the program. Now, I'm so excited to announce one of our amazing commencement speakers, Miss Megan Miyamoto. Megan is graduating from El Camino Real Charter High School in Woodland Hills, and we know Megan well. She has been involved in Kizuna since long ago. She has been involved in our summer camp as both a camper as well as a counselor, both a junior counselor and a full counselor as well. She's even been involved in leadership. Megan is going to be such a leader in the community for years to come, and we're excited to share what she has to say about her journey up to this point.
Hi everyone. For those of you who do not know, my name is Megan Miyamoto. Ever since 2015, I've done multiple Kizuna programs such as summer camps and leadership. I know I'm taking away time from watching Avatar: The Last Airbender or your new redecorating endeavors, so I'll try to make it worth it. I'd like to start off by saying, as I'm sure many of you did, I had all these expectations for how my senior year would turn out. I even had this bucket list of all the things I wanted to do, like prom, senior sunset, and finally, graduation. You can probably guess how that turned out. I got a lawn sign instead. Nevertheless, I am extremely grateful for all the parents and administrators that worked hard to make the end of my senior year enjoyable. But the thing that I want to talk about today is what I learned from this experience. Coronavirus has shown me that in a blink of an eye, all these things that you expect to happen can simply disappear. I think this relates a lot to the Japanese American community because now more than ever, places like Little Tokyo, somewhere I always thought would be there, are at risk. It's hard to think about how this invisible force is able to have such a big impact in our community. But let us not forget that the Japanese American community has overcome many struggles in the past, most notably World War II. Even though it was a tremendous struggle, there were tremendously difficult times. It proved to the world and to ourselves that we are a resilient and strong community filled with wonderfully supportive people. I know right now it can feel like we don't have any control of what's going on, but I assure you we do have some power. A story that inspires me is my cousin, Jason Fuji, who for his birthday this year, instead of asking for gifts, he wanted to raise money for the Community Feeding Community program in Little Tokyo. For those of you that don't know, the Community Feeding Community program provides meals for people who have been affected by coronavirus while also supporting Little Tokyo businesses. He was able to raise a whopping $445 and even match that amount in his own money. I want us all to remember that in this time of crisis, it's important for us to not only cherish the Japanese American community, but also work hard to preserve it. As we graduate and become the next generation of Japanese American leaders, it's up to us to shape the future of our community. Thank you.
Amazing words, Megan. Thank you for being such a leader and being so eloquent in the words that you have to share with the rest of your class. And now we're going to move on to our college speakers, Ms. Nicole Oshima and Mr. Garrett Chun. Both Nicole and Garrett are graduating from the University of California, Los Angeles, and they decided to combine their speeches so as to give different aspects and different perspectives on their journey through the University of California, Los Angeles, and in Southern California's Japanese American community. So without further ado, let's hear from Nicole and Garrett.
My name is Nicole Oshima, and I am a graduating senior from UCLA.
Hi there, my name is Garrett Chun, and I'm also a soon-to-be graduate from UCLA. The reality of the matter is that everyone, everywhere, is being impacted by COVID-19. However, working closely with East-West players these past few months has shown me firsthand the devastating effects that COVID-19 is having, particularly on the JA community in Little Tokyo. Businesses and restaurants that many of us grew up with are in danger of closing their doors for good. This is a time when it's more important than ever for our businesses to be flexible in their approach to solutions, and as part of the younger generation, we are in the perfect position to extend a helping hand by sharing our creativity and knowledge.
Everyone's start into community work looks different, and for me, I was drawn to Kizuna's leadership program because I didn't feel very connected to my community or culture growing up in Pasadena. However, through leadership and the Nikkei community internship, I learned more about my identity than I ever had before. I became passionate about community work and felt connected to my culture in a way that inspired me to continue my involvement in college through UCLA's Nikkei Student Union. I feel very lucky to have had this space, and even luckier to have met people who share similar backgrounds and passions as me from all over the country. While I realize that not everyone has had the opportunity to be part of NSU, I hope that you continue your involvement in similar organizations where you can meet new people and learn more about yourself as well, like Kizuna.
After exploring my own multicultural identity for so long, I found a home in the Japanese American community, and during these past few years I've been fortunate enough to be part of Kizuna's internship program, and more recently its board fellowship, where I've learned key professional skills and made friendships that'll last a lifetime. I don't know what my life is going to look like in 20 years from now, but I do know that it won't have been possible without the support of my friends and family and the guidance of organizations like Kizuna that do so much to strengthen our community. With all that they've done and all that they'll continue to do for us, it's our responsibility to give back in any way possible.
I want to emphasize that your involvement doesn't have to look a certain way to be considered important, and I encourage you to get involved in ways that you can first. Support local businesses, check in on your friends, family, and community members, and show up when needed. Because at the end of the day, all that we really have left is each other. Thank you to everyone that has made our time with Kizuna and other Japanese American organizations so memorable and special. We are incredibly appreciative of your support. And lastly, congratulations to our seniors. Garrett and I are so humbled and proud to be part of such an amazing group of student leaders, and we cannot wait to see what you accomplish in the future. Congratulations to the class of 2020, and thank you.
Truly amazing. Thank you so much, Nicole and Garrett, for talking about your involvement in the community and helping us consider how we can serve in the community too. As we go forward in our careers, I'm sure the class of 2020 will find ways to transform the Japanese American community in ways that we could have never imagined. So thank you again, Nicole and Garrett. And now, last but not least, I'm so excited to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Sean Miura. Among many other things, Sean is the curator and producer for Tuesday Night Cafe, one of Los Angeles' most iconic and exciting productions. And if you've gone there, I'm sure you've seen Sean kind of running the show. So let's hear from Sean and what he has to say to the class of 2020.
Kizuna class of 2020, my name is Sean Miura, and I am the producer and lead curator of Tuesday Night Cafe, the nation's oldest Asian American public art series based right here in Little Tokyo, Los Angeles. I'm also proud to have been part of the Kizuna family since day one, running workshops, hanging out, eating your snacks. Also, the whole self-tape thing is super weird. I'm talking to you here, I'm trying to read here. Like watching this video, it probably feels like I'm talking to like your chin. But you're graduating, and I hope you understand what a big deal that is and how many people it took to get you there. And also, I hope that you can look back and think about how much work you did to get there. To cut right to it, you are graduating in a very hard moment. You know that, I know that, your parents know that, everyone knows that. But today, I want to bring a sharper focus on the hope within that all. We are in a moment of struggle. With the global pandemic and the economic downturn, we also know about the uptick in violence against Asian Americans, and we know that Black and Brown communities are being disproportionately affected by COVID-19. We know that a failure of political leadership at the highest levels has brought us past the 100,000 death threshold, and that number is only going to grow as states start to open up. These dangers will feel closer to some of you and further from others, and you may feel helpless. But as helpless as you may feel, I invite you to think about your time with Kizuna. You've learned so much about our community story and what it means to be a part of it. These lessons should help guide you as you head out into a world that needs strong voices, and I hope you will think about your role. Personally, I'm thinking a lot about the forces that have helped us make it in this country. I think about all those who worked with us as we mined coal or built the railroads, and those who stood up for us in our homes during World War II. I think about the numerous Black and Brown organizers and thinkers who helped us find a voice in the 60s and 70s. And with that same spirit, I am thinking about how we likewise show up for other people and communities in crisis. And I'm thinking about that because we've proven time and time again that we can. In our community, there have always been loud, active, strong people who stood up for what is right, whether organizing labor strikes in the early 1900s, or resisting the draft in Hart Mountain in World War II, or showing up for our Muslim neighbors after 9/11, or showing up to protest outside an immigrant detention center last year. There have always been Japanese Americans ready to fight for a better world because we've known that we lose all the battles we don't engage, and the stakes have always been too high to sit back. Through Kizuna, you've learned how our history has been shaped by the forces of white supremacy, racism, and failed political leadership, whether through Executive Order 9066 or cycles of displacement in our own neighborhoods. Now is not the time to go quiet or stay quiet as our neighbors and our communities suffer, not because of shared history, but because of shared humanity denied to so many people in this country and so many in this world. So what does this all mean for you? What I hope this means for you is that as somebody who is heading out into a world full of problems, that you will try to be part of the solution. As a class graduating into a challenging time, people are going to tell you to follow convention and find success that way. And there's a kernel of wisdom to that. But if I can humbly offer some advice as someone who's been talking to a camera for 3 hours and can't even get through the script in one take, success will look different to different people, but at the end of the day, we should be trying to become the best versions of ourselves so that ultimately we can create the best version of the world that we're in. It's cheesy, but I'm kind of into it. We're looking to you as the next wave of leaders and thinkers. And I know that that sounds like it comes with a lot of weight, but I hope that you'll take it as fuel. Your time in Kizuna has given you a set of tools that are undeniably strong and undeniably rare. Use those tools to create the world that you want to see. Congratulations, class of 2020. Congratulations to your family. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Little Tokyo. Please say hi.
We'll definitely be sure to say hi to you, Sean, when you can finally return to Little Tokyo and engage in all of the events that make our years so special. Thank you to you, Nicole, Garrett, and Megan for giving us so much to think about and preparing us to have the right frame of mind as we think about how we can serve the community, both in this challenging time of COVID-19 and even thinking forward past this challenging time. And with that, the Kizuna Commencement is just about done. But there's one more thing we need to do. If you guys are wearing your caps, I think it's about time to turn our tassels. So let's give a little countdown. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Thank you all for stopping by the Kizuna Commencement. And as you head on your ways out and enjoy your weekend, we just want to share one more congratulations to honor you all, the class of 2020. Thank you for being a part of our first ever Kizuna Commencement, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Despite these challenging times, we are celebrating and honoring the class of 2020.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Class of 2020, congratulations. I've known some of you since you were freshmen in high school, and to see you cross this finish line and enter the next chapter of your journey is incredibly exciting. Though the future is a little uncertain right now, with your leadership, I am assured our community is in good hands. We desperately need your creativity, innovation, and commitment to serving others to help guide us to a better tomorrow. So I hope you have some time to celebrate with your friends and family virtually. This is such an incredible achievement. You should all be very proud. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Best of luck to the class of 2020.
Congratulations to the graduating class of 2020.
Congratulations, 2020 grads.
Congratulations to the graduating class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
From all of us here at Kizuna, please stay well and be healthy. We will see you soon.